Okay, well, I'm leaving this video feeling like making a phone call to a friend or something, because I guess I just kind of feel a bit lonely. Hey guys, Dr. Sil here, medical doctor from Australia, training to be a psychiatrist, disclaimer in the description. So, a little while ago I did a video on social isolation, and I got a message about this song. It's called Never Felt So Alone, and it's by Labrinth and Billie Eilish. I've never heard this song, and it's been a little while since I've done a music kind of song reaction, so I thought I would do it, have a listen to this song, and then just use it to have my rants about what's going on in society. I think loneliness is becoming a really big problem. The development of technology has helped people connect, but also hindered connection. 5 hours a day is what a lot of teenagers are using just on social media. So that's time not spent with friends, not connecting with others, not playing, not doing rough and tumble play and touching and connecting and laugh, joined laughter. I mean, I remember when I was a kid, we would have poker games and just go into hysterical laughter fits. I just have a memory of us just laughing so hard and playing. And yeah, since 2012, since phones and social media and like smart tech have become a part of our bodies, have become extensions of ourselves. I mean, it's always in someone's pockets. I think the amount of time that kids are spending face to face, and adults too, just in each other's company is drastically reduced. And if you think about that, plus how some people really struggle with, fear of rejection and humiliation and struggling to be authentic and knowing themselves, it adds a lot to the problems of loneliness. So, as requested, let's have a look at this song called Never Felt So Alone by Labrinth and Billie Eilish. Let's go! Oh damn, okay, so Labrinth has got 3.2 million subscribers and this song is 3 years old with 40 million views. Okay, so I'm guessing you guys have all heard it before and I haven't. Oh dear, I'm behind the times it seems. Alright, let's give it a crack. Ooh, wow. Look, not much to go into in the lyrics, but the visuals, and I've got a lot that's coming up. So there was two things that I wanted to reflect on already. The first is the costume. So it's got, initially it was Labrinth, I guess, was probably the person, but in the kind of tight leather, high-heeled, I guess you could call it a paraphilic outfit. So, quite sexualized. And that's a really common area where people struggle with expression and authenticity in their sexual preferences, especially when people are discovering their sexuality and their interests and their intimacy and how they connect. And if you're in a certain culture that doesn't allow for free or quote free sexual expression and things, definitely people can feel isolated and alone in those kind of places and lives. I guess I'd just say that it's okay to have kinks. It's okay to have atypical sexual interests. The key thing is consent, right? So having someone that you can be with, that you can connect with, that you can explore your sexuality safely with, that's what's important. The interesting second imagery there was really this kind of contraption where all these people were kind of entangled, and it made me think of the rat king phenomenon. Not sure if you've ever heard of it, and if you haven't heard of it, look it up. It's pretty gross and interesting at the same time. It's the phenomenon where a group of rats actually get entangled. Literally their tails get entangled and usually stuck together from their bodily fluids and feces and dirt and things. And they become one unit, like these, 10 rats kind of coagulated into one organism, working haphazardly together. And I thought it was an interesting image in a song about loneliness, because we're often in groups yet feeling lonely. Okay, because loneliness is the subjective experience. Okay, social isolation that I talked about in the other video, that's the kind of physical separateness. But feeling lonely is a subjective experience, and absolutely people can feel lonely in groups, in relationships, when they feel incredibly shy, when they struggle to feel authentic and to express themselves or even know themselves. And what I would say to people who struggle with that is that it's all about being a bit brave, trying to show a bit of vulnerability, show a bit of authenticity, accept that sometimes there might be rejection, there might be a bit of humiliation, but it's better to try and be authentic and feel embarrassed than to not try and just be withdrawn, because you get that horrible loop that we've talked about where you're shy, it's painful to be in groups, and so you withdraw and you feel better, but then you want some kind of connection, because guess what, you're a human. We have social drives the same way we feel hunger, we feel a drive to connect. We might not want to admit it, but it's true. And we need to touch, we need to connect, we need to laugh, play, share experiences with others. And that requires bravery, especially if you're struggling with things like shyness. All right, let's keep going.
In the whip, thinking, what if you and this never existed? Hollow kiss, bottle, liquor, when I'm sick, when I'm schizo. Oh, white lover, this man ain't shit without you in the interior. I'm dying somewhere in the dark. Oh, white lover, and I think, what if we weren't rocked and died together? The whole world would fall apart. I never felt so alone, felt so alone. I never felt so alone, felt so alone. I thought you were my new best friend. Wish I knew better then. Who knew you were just out to get me? My whole world just fell apart. 'Cause I never felt so alone, felt so alone enough. I could never be more alone than when I ain't got you here.
Super interesting song. I wonder what you guys make of the kind of different scenes, like him being in that narrow kind of cube, that like narrow tunnel, and also Billie Eilish kind of in that weird kind of bath-like structure in the middle of the room. What do you guys make of that? I was not sure what to make of it. So when you can't link to something cognitively, it's good to link to it affectively, thinking about how it makes you feel. And I guess when I think about that image of him, let's bring the image up, that image of him kind of stuck in this carpeted tunnel, I feel very claustrophobic. So I can imagine that links to a sense of overwhelm, and I guess I'm trying to link this to concepts of loneliness. So I'm thinking, how does this link to struggling to connect? But I mean, what is more lonely than being stuck in a claustrophobic tunnel? I mean, you can't ask for help. No one can kind of save you from the outside. I think that is really clear symbolism. And when we look at these kind of images of Billie Eilish alone in a room, It's pretty interesting. I don't know why it makes me think of introversion versus extroversion. I guess that's a big theme about loneliness. Is here I am saying about the importance of connecting with others, and talking about shyness. People have different temperaments, and it can be part of your natural temperament not wanting to be extroverted and take command of a room and socialize and yada yada yada. Totally fine, but even as introverts, there are ways to connect with maybe other introverts, and my temperament's probably more extroverted, as you might be able to tell, but it's still, if your temperament is introverted, it's still important to try and connect with others. So look, overall, I really liked that song. I thought that music was kind of trippy, it was kind of eclectic, and watching the film clip felt kind of disorienting and confusing, which I really actually enjoyed because I like that kind of stuff. But one criticism is this is the lyrics, don't use the term schizo kind of haphazardly and colloquially and whatever. Schizophrenia is a serious diagnosis. It's associated with a lot of suffering for a lot of people. So there are other words to use. You can I don't know, you could say I'm struggling or something, but I wouldn't use the word schizo casually. I'm not saying to cancel anybody or anything like that, just saying as a point of feedback, maybe try to use more sensitive language. Okay, well, I'm leaving this video feeling like making a phone call to a friend or something, because I guess I just kind of feel a bit lonely. So I'm going to go try and connect with an old friend. I hope today you guys make some connections too. Don't spend all day on YouTube. Get off it and connect with your friends face to face, off of social media. And I'm going to leave the video with an image of what a rat king looks like. Viewer discretion is advised. It's gross, and this is about 30 dead rats all tangled together. So stop the video now if you don't want to see that. Otherwise, look at this. Boom, there it is. Oh dear. Yeah. All right, I'm going to leave the video there. I wish you all just a wonderful day full of love and connection, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.